Hello everybody, Garen here, and
Shannon. Nice to see you guys.
we are Geek Made Designs, the two of us, and then we've got some other folks that help out. But we thought tonight, Friday night, nothing really going on. Kids are doing their own thing, so we thought we'd show off some of our controllers. We have lots of stories with our controllers, so we thought what better thing to spend our Friday night than a little bit of time hanging out and talking about our controllers. So we see Simply Pops and a handful of folks joining. Thanks for the waves, appreciate it. Again, those that are joining, I'm Garen.
I'm Shannon.
And we're
Geek Made.
We are, yeah.
So we have lots of controllers, and we connect with you guys a lot with the products that we make, but we haven't done a good job at saying hi ourselves and telling you some of the fun stories. So Garen today said, hey, we should show you some of our controllers. So hi there. Hey Rob, good to see you. So we thought that we would jump on and share some of our stories with you. And if you have questions, throw them out. If there's a controller you've seen a picture of and you want to hear about it, we're going to share it tonight.
So I was counting, we've got 80 plus controllers, and I thought we would spend a couple minutes on each one, so we'll be here for... Okay, no, not really.
Not how I want to spend my entire Friday evening, sorry.
We'll pick out a handful. So we thought we'd start like some of our early controllers and then go through. We have a few stories with some of them, even how it helped us get into Geek Made Designs and some of the relationships that we built and controllers we got from that. So I thought I'd start in kind of the Wayback Machine, only not quite so way back. You know, the OG Duke controller that Hyperkin came out with, and so this is pretty cool. This was 3-4 years.
Do you guys know who Seamus Blackley is? He was the designer of that, right?
Yeah, well, he was the designer of it. He originated the Xbox,
yeah. And amazing guy, super cool
guy. And then he was trying to bring this back for the 360 or Xbox One. We reached out to him on social and said, hey, we want to make a holder. We were just new making controller holders.
This is like, I don't even know if it sold, like maybe
not
one
thing. Yeah.
Pretty
early. So we reached out to him and he actually responded, and we said we wanted to make holders for it. So he helped us, he hooked us up with the Hyperkin guys. We were able to get 3D models, and we made controller holders for this. We actually sent one to Phil Spencer, put the old OG Xbox logo on it. It was really cool. So this is a really fun one, and it's a great controller. If any of you, I'm sure many of you played the OG Xbox, but it's big, but it's kind of fun to play Halo with it. It was, the only way I played Halo for years and years. No, she didn't like it, but
they're cool. They're super cool.
And if you haven't seen it, the screen when you plug it in lights up and does the whoa 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 whoa. The Xbox. Yeah, so that's a fun one. That's a cool one. All right, and you'll notice we have this little trunk that we made. We ordered a trunk. I can't remember, Rhino something or other out of the East Coast, and then we made the holders that we have 72, I think, controllers in here. So anyway, getting lots of waves, lots of people joining. Hey all. Somebody said they ordered the trifecta. Can't wait to get it.
Awesome. Those take a long time to make, and Garen carves everything. If you guys don't know how it works on the back end, Garen carves everything, and then I'm the one, I sand all of your holders by hand, multiple days of doing it over and over again, and those trifectas are huge. So thank you for your patience while we make them.
Her fingers get shorter from sanding them.
Yeah. Anyways, back to the controllers.
Well, we also had somebody else saying that Adrian said, are you guys making my order? We hope so.
Yes, I recognize your name, and be patient with me, but I promise you that we are, but I don't have the list on me right now. So, any news on the PlayStation buttons? Yes. So if you are able to jump on our website, go to our URL, do the contact us, and I keep a list there of people who contacted me, and I send you a notification about 24 hours before they go online. So you get a heads up first. You are guaranteed to get a set if you buy them while they're up that weekend. But I do give you a heads up at the very beginning, and I believe we're going to drop our next batch, a pre-sale for it, probably end of May, early June. So hi everybody. There's a bunch of you. Good to see you. So yeah, jump on our URL, do the contact us, let us know you're looking for the PlayStation blocks, and I keep a list of you, and I'll send you that message as soon as we have that pre-sale back up again. So thank you for your patience. Those are also very time consuming, and so we try to do those in batches. So hey everybody.
They go pretty fast.
Yep.
This is the next one. Nothing, this isn't a custom or anything, but the 360, I think this is when the Xbox like totally...
Yeah, look at that design.
Yeah, big old battery on the back.
You remember those?
Man, I spent so much time. I would say I spent the most time gaming on the 360. And then as I've had kids and business and everything, not as much. But yeah, this is, man, I played so many hours. Such a great controller.
What about this one right here? This is a special one. I don't know if you guys can see it. This is the Day One 2013. Anybody got that one? Yep, that's a cool one. And what's the story of the Day One?
So it came, that's the Day One Xbox. So when you bought the Xbox One, that was the controller that came with it. Limited numbers, so once they were out, they were out.
And then this one is Scorpion Project, another special one.
Yeah, that was the Xbox One. That was that was when the Xbox One X came out. They had the Scorpion edition, and again, kind of a limited run. We actually have the Series X Scorpion console around here still. In fact, I think it's still in operation with our kids. We may not have any Xbox Ones going anymore. We have a handful of Series S and X's. Okay, so I'd say that's good for our top layer. So you can see
we've got some Elite Series 2s up here. So the Elite Series 2, there's this Scuf Elite, which actually the Scuf Elite is an awesome controller. It feels phenomenal. It's got great paddles on the back. We love this one. Who was? Oh, Rob. A very kind couple helped me get the Day the Day One China. Yeah, Rob, Xbox.controllers. He has Day One China, which is a way special, rare, difficult to get your hands on controller. So hey everybody, I promise we see the waves. They're just flooding in, so we just hello.
And I will say this is the first Elite, and so this is when the Xbox first started having like the swap out controller, thumbsticks, the D-pad that you could have the more flat D-pad or the arrow D-pad. So really cool, and then Scuf kind of put their own flair on it with their own paddles. So
real quick, while Garen's going to grab another one, just to let you know, when we first started Geekmade, we had maybe a couple controllers. Garen would have game nights where he'd have buddies come over and bring consoles, and everyone had to bring their own controller and junk food and garbage. And we'd just buy a bunch of batteries, but everyone had to bring their own controller, and we just had a couple, right? And we never thought we would have that many more.
No.
So it's kind of fun that we've got PlayStation controllers. Yes, we're gonna show a handful of PlayStation controllers tonight as well. I actually just got a brand new one in the mail yesterday.
We won't say what it is yet.
I think you're really gonna like that one.
So we thought we'd start at the kind of the earliest and go on.
And we did start off Xbox. That's kind of what our roots are. So you are gonna see that the most, to be brutally honest. So we get into Geekmade, and then we start right off the bat. We get contacted by Scuf, and we got to work with some amazing people at Scuf, and they hooked us up with some controllers. And we started designing for them. So some of you might recall that early on, a few years back, we carved for a handful of different Scuf controllers. There was the Impact. There was, this is the Impact right here. And again, Scuf has some really great controllers that we've always been huge fans of. And which one is that?
It's the Vantage.
The Vantage.
So those are both PS5s.
Yep. This was a big project that we did with them. It's when we first did some big names. We made a controller holder for Ninja. We did a controller holder for Allier. We did some holder for some really fun names.
And like 200 controllers. It was our first big order, really, for a corporate order.
Yep, and fun. We did 200, and we had it all over the house. Like our entire house was controller holders for weeks. And our friends were wondering what on earth we've done. We bought card tables and folding tables to be able to have this whole production everywhere. It took over our lives. Super, super fun. But that was with Steph, and we had a really great time working with them on that.
And then I think Shannon was like, I don't know if we want to do that anymore, but somehow we kept going.
Yeah, yep. And so Garen's always been really good at reaching out on social and talking to, there's some amazing makers out there, designers, people who customize controllers, make them super beautiful with, thank you, make beautiful designs, and some are hand painted, some are airbrushed. So Garen's always been really good at working with all these different designers and makers out there and offering, some of our products to them, and then we get some controllers. It's mutual beneficial, and we've gotten some really fun ones through that. And then in doing that, we met up with, is this PowerA?
PDP.
This is PDP. So Garen reached out to PDP, and some of you might know PDP. They have some great slim chargers. They've got some really fun controllers. They've got some really fun LED controllers, and wired and wireless. So they sent us a handful of
these
things.
are clear with LED. They've got paddles on the back. So these are pretty inexpensive controllers for paddles, LED. You plug them in. These are non-wireless. So these were kind of fun. We actually started, we liked their, or still do like their slim charger. So we actually made a holder with their slim charger that you can put the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One and Xbox One SX controllers on and charge it, kind of like the Series X or the Elite Series 2. So we had a configuration. We didn't really sell many of the charger ones, but it was fun to work with them and do some cool things there. And then, you know, these guys.
Yep. This is PowerA. They make some really fun controllers. They've got some great designs. Let's see, what else? Let's go to the next one.
Well, this is another PowerA, but this is actually for if you're playing on a Nintendo Switch. This is actually my favorite Nintendo Switch controller. I even like it more than the Nintendo Pro controller.
Which one?
This is PowerA. Yeah. And you can put on. I took off the triggers off the back, but you know it has triggers kind of like the Series X. So it's a really nice little controller. When I travel and play on the Switch, that is the go-to. Okay. Oh, before we do that, so this is one of my.
This one is awesome.
So then we started getting into some of the higher end customs where people are actually
wrapping them. Sometimes.
Yeah, and this is This is, why can't I think of it?
Airbrush.
Airbrush. Thank you. So this is Extreme Consoles, if I remember right. I'm pretty sure this is Extreme Consoles. I'm gonna have to think about that.
We should have done our homework and checked.
Yeah, we should have.
Sorry.
But this is a moon and just planets, stars, and it's all airbrushed. It's beautiful. They do great work. I'm pretty sure. You know what? This is Evil controllers. This is Evil. So these guys have. They make these Evil controllers. They have their own little thumbsticks on the back, and they're pretty cool. So anyway, all right, we'll go to the next one.
And maybe I'll jump around a little bit to some other fun ones that we've got. We've got the Titanfall. This is a really special controller. Garen you had someone contact you that helped you get this one, right?
Yeah, I actually had a buddy that worked at Wacom, and he used to work for certain EA, and was able to get a hold of that. So
yeah, this one's kind of tricky and hard to get a hold of, so someone helped us out with that. It was wonderful.
Yeah. All right, I don't have the D-pad on this one, but you know the story behind that one.
So this one is, if you guys follow Xbox.controllers, he was one of our first customers actually, and purchased some products from us, and we just started connecting with him, and he's just become a really great friend of ours over the years. And
played hours of Gears of War.
Yep. And
horde mode.
And in all of our dealings back and forth, one time we've got this great appreciation for each other. He created this for us, and again, I apologize we don't have the D-pad on this right now, but he created this one for us. He actually airbrushed it for us. It's an Elite Series, or it's an Elite 1, right? Yes. Yeah, it's an Elite 1, and he's got that all airbrushed, those flames on it. It's a really beautiful piece, so we really like this one. This one means a lot to us because it was such a special gift. It was made just for us.
Well, and the D-pad's off because he went to FanFest and had the special FanFest D-pad, and that's what I usually have on it, but I took it off for a picture and I don't have it back on. So we have a special D-pad for that.
Yeah.
And then the Sea of Thieves. This is kind of a limited run, but the Sea of Thieves is a beautiful controller with the gold right trigger, and it's glow in the dark. If you turn off the light, it actually glows in the dark. It's really cool. That's a fun one. And then this is our very first custom that we got. This is We Are Robots, and it's I was a big I like Fallout a lot. I was playing Fallout a lot, and these guys had a Fallout controller.
This is who they are. They're
Yeah.
fabulous. They make really, really cool stuff.
Yeah,
Super
I mean
cool.
the rust and everything. I mean, it looks as good here as it probably does in the picture. It's pretty freaking awesome.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's a work of art.
Yeah.
I'll jump around a little bit and I'll find another one that we know is really special. And again, for PlayStation, I'm sorry that we're still showing Xbox ones if anyone's PlayStation, but here you go. Here's a really special one we know. The Gears of War custom. There's not many of these around, and we got really fortunate. A friend sent this to us. A friend over at Xbox, actually, at Microsoft, knew that we were looking for one and happened to have one and sent it to us, and so we felt really special. So we keep this one close to heart as well.
So one thing, I didn't even know this was the case. In fact, Rob is the one, I think, that asked me which one I had. And I don't know if this will come through, but if you zoom in close, there's actually, you can't see it on the camera well, but there's text. There's a handful of different messages that they put underneath the D-pad. This one says, "Never fight alone." But so there's some little Easter eggs on these. You know, and the D-pad, like the details on this, I think this is probably the most detailed, amazing controller that they've made. You know, even the thumbsticks have like blood fingerprints on it, and it is just a gorgeous controller. And I will toot our horn a little bit. This is one that, for a little while, we had a very custom controller holder for
You
it.
guys can see that a little better.
Yeah. That we only made a handful of these. It was a labor of love. They took forever.
These took hours to make, and we just, you know, it's hard to. We like them too.
Thanks, Rob.
Yeah, they're those took a long time to make, so we aren't able to make those or sell those anymore. But they're fun. Okay, what else? Another layer.
Okay. Oh yeah, I do need to go down one. Let's see.
Do you? You're adding to.
No, we're going down.
Okay. So PlayStation is coming up. Thanks for hanging out with us. Sorry that
Okay, here's PlayStation.
we're a little slow getting through some of these. I apologize.
This one is an extreme console. That's a fun one.
There you go. This one's fun. This is our Jurassic themed. PlayStation 4, right?
Now it's all airbrushed. That's really cool. And they did. Actually, it was
That one's a really pretty one too.
Yeah, this one's extreme console too. This one is glow in the dark. It's super cool. When you turn out the light, it just glows. It's super cool. I liked it. I used it for May the 4th because it kind of looks like, you know, a
Jedi.
Yeah. All right. Which one? You want this one?
Yep. I just like this one because I like donuts. And who was it that made this one? This one is actually this one's a really nice one. There's actually texture to the sprinkles on it,
Yeah.
and there's airbrush and like shadows, and the paint job on this one is gorgeous. Gorgeous.
Yeah, that's Controller Chaos. Cool. So I was at PAX West several years ago. I don't know, right before pandemic. And was just kind of wandering around and went back in the corner and ran into these guys just off the kind of the beaten path, and chatted with them, kind of showed them what we were doing, and we sent them some controller holders. They sent us one of these, and this was absolutely my favorite PS4 controller. In fact, last generation, for graphics, this was definitely my favorite. I love the donut.
Yeah.
It's my Friday controller.
Yeah.
And then this is kind of a limited run PlayStation one, just a standard PlayStation.
It's like the
limited run.
raspberry color. I can't remember.
Yeah, I don't
just one I
remember.
ordered.
Yeah, it was kind of a hard one. Almost has some really cool ones too, but Evil controllers. This is the Evil controller one that kind of is Spider-Man-y, but it's got the thumbsticks on the back and super cool. All right.
Okay, and then I think
And do these?
We'll do a couple of our PlayStation ones. This is the one that actually just showed up yesterday. So some of you may know Scuf released some new controllers, one for Xbox and one for PlayStation 5. And for the new Xbox Series X and S, and then PlayStation 5. So the PlayStation 5 were the Reflex controllers. They've been really hard to get your hands on. I don't know if that's on purpose, but I had to sit in queue and wait in my car. I was on my phone and I didn't want to leave. It said, don't leave or you're going to miss your spot. So I sat there forever until the window opened for me that I could buy a controller. So I actually bought two, and they were not cheap. And the first one came, and we got the gray one, because we actually got the Xbox, their version for the Xbox. Does anyone remember what it's called, the Xbox version? Because I remember the Reflex is the PlayStation 5. But I can't remember off the top of my head. And I can't look it up on the phone because you're on the phone.
Yeah.
So we got that one first, and then just yesterday the white one came. And I really love the white one. I think it's really, really pretty, super sleek and clean. And now I'm wishing I had their Xbox version in the white as well, so that I could put them together. But I think this one, they were like $250 each. So maybe I won't be buying too many more right now.
Yeah.
But we really love these, and this one literally just got here today, so this is the most I've even, or yesterday, this is the most I've even held it. And Garen is escaping. Okay, so with the, I don't know where the other Scuf one is, but we couldn't decide which one we wanted to get, so we got some swap out plates. So this again is with the new Scuf controllers, and this is the swap out plates for the Xbox One, and I think they're super cute. And as far as I can tell, they're not doing that yet with the Reflex controllers. Reflex controllers. So I just got the white one and then the dark gray one, and mostly for photos. Back in the day when we weren't so busy in the shop, we would play a lot more. But now, for the most part, we just started collecting controllers. It seems to be what people do. Okay, what else, babe?
All right. I was gonna find the name, but we'll move on.
Okay.
Is
that the Instinct for Xbox? Is that the one? Is that the Scuf one?
I think so.
Probably.
Sounds right.
Yeah, that does sound right. So the Instinct and the Reflex.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
So this is a really cool one.
This one's gorgeous.
Yeah. The coloring of that is, the iridescent is super, super cool. And from the angle, there we go, you can kind of get a goldish angle.
It's super pretty.
So, we're always, we kicked off GeekMade partly just to get to know people in industry, and I love technology. I love just getting tech. And it was just kind of fun to send holders to people, and they'd send controllers or other things, and we just kind of shared stuff back and forth. And so, every once in a while we'll reach out to somebody that we haven't talked to. Colorware makes amazing, they have amazing custom paint jobs. And I reached out to them a while ago and I didn't hear anything back, and I thought, we'll try something different to catch their eye. So I cut out a piece of wood and I actually milled out their logo, and then I epoxy filled it with something, and I videoed it all and then posted it on social and tagged them. And got their attention, and then said, "Hey, we want to make some custom holders for you, and would trade for some controllers." And they said, "Yeah, that'd be awesome." So they sent us a couple controllers. We got to pick out what we wanted. You'll see an Xbox One in a second. It's down below.
Oh, okay.
And then we picked this purple. Was like hands down. We grabbed it. It was gorgeous. So
and in person, it's absolutely stunning. This one to me is like a piece of art.
Yeah.
So absolutely love it.
Amazing paint. We definitely want to do more get some more stuff from them. They do like headsets. They paint about anything, but really amazing job. And then this one, trying to think what.
I don't
who
remember
it is.
who.
Yes. I'll think about it in a minute. But anyway, so this was our first PlayStation 5 custom. This is before they offered
And it's
black.
like a stealth black. And yeah, so PlayStation
Laze Mod. L-A-Z-O or L... Laze Mod.
Sorry.
Yeah.
But yeah, this one was before PlayStation offered the matte black or the black that they had at all. So we purchased this one, and it was a custom job, and it's absolutely gorgeous. Very stealth black, very matte black. Really like that one.
Yeah. Super cool. All right, we're getting to the bottom of it. I don't know how many people are still
Just
watching, but
Which is okay.
you know, we thought it'd be fun. And then this is just one of the red PlayStation. It's not really red. I don't know what color they call it. It's kind of a pink red, but it's one of
Kind
their.
of berry.
Yeah. Oh, somebody put Laze Mod in there. Thank you, gamer.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Aesthetics.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, awesome. They do amazing. They have some amazing.
They have really
stuff.
good stuff. Really high end, very good quality.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay, now.
Okay, I think we're at the bottom tray, so you guys are about done with us tonight. Thanks
Yeah.
for saying hi and hanging out with us.
What I should do when we're all done is I'll show you the couch. This is our gaming office for Geek Made. I'll show you.
This
there
one?
you go. Yeah.
This is colorware too, right?
Yep.
It's kind of the picture doesn't do it justice, or the video. It's like an Iron Man inspired, and it's got like this depth, or almost like a metallic to the red, and then the gold paint on it. It's all done really well. And let's see.
Which one did you drop?
We won't talk about it.
Okay. Here we'll get over the dropped one with this. I'll let you tell this one.
What was the story? Oh, so we've been working with Xbox the last few years, and some of you might recall that we are official Xbox hardware, or designed for Xbox hardware partners, which means that we offer officially licensed Xbox products. That means it's gone through their testing, and they have certified that your hardware that you have is safe on our products, and that we think that it's an aesthetically beautiful addition to their hardware, and they agree. So we have worked with them a bit and have gotten to have some really fun relationships. And this last year, when the new consoles that are now more than a year old, the Series X and S, when those first came out, Xbox, the team, had a gift for Team Xbox, and they asked us to create holders for all of the controllers that they were going to gift out to their team. So it was 400 units that we built for them, and in return, shortly after, they reached out to us and sent us 2 of these. And these, you can't buy these anywhere.
It's kind of a flex, honestly. I don't like flexing, but that's maybe a flex.
Yeah, we're totally flexing.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can't buy these. They made them just internally for their team members, and we, to this day, just felt so honored that they sent us 2, like not just 1, they sent us 2. So I feel really cool too. And we see these, and we remember the stories and everything that happened to help us have that relationship, and for them to give us these. So these mean a lot to us as well. Thanks. Yes, Rob, you are a proud father. That's a really fun story. Those mean a lot to us.
And then this is also, we had a hard time getting a hold of the new Halo console and controller, and we finally did get a hold of it, but we were able to get a controller from one of our friends at Xbox as well.
Xbox helped us with this. Yep,
so,
absolutely.
These are really cool, and love the
Yeah.
Xbox. We actually had to buy the controller or the console on eBay, which kind of sucked, but you know.
We've got some really great relationships at Xbox, and they've been really kind to us, and we try to stay very humble and grateful for them. So yeah, we do have some really fun controllers in hand from them.
We'll wrap we're about done. I'm sure you guys are like, all right, enough. But anyway, with that, so the Xbox 20 year, we bought both of it. We had a little spree for a while where we were buying all of these. I have no idea how much we spent. We've kind of toned it down a little bit, but the Forza controller is gorgeous. This thing is beautiful. We actually have 2 of these. I still have one in a box. One of these days I may do a giveaway or something. I don't know, but
that would be fun.
Yeah. But and then the 20 year, it's transparent. It's super, super cool. I love that controller. And then, yeah, you can do that one, babe.
This is the Halo themed Elite Series 2. Just another really fun one. We try to get some of the really special themed ones, and yeah, that's one of them. So
that's one that was super, like, we kind of missed the boat on
another,
it.
some of you might recall this one, right? The 20th is your favorite. Yeah, that is a cool one, right? There's another.
So that's the Cyberpunk.
Yep, Cyberpunk.
We were super excited. We actually made a custom controller that fit in, that had the same shape out of 2 different colors of wood. And we did not, because Cyberpunk didn't do great, the controller holder never really made it very far. So we have a prototype.
Yeah, I'm just going to show this one because in person, this one, I love how it feels and I love how it looks. This is from PowerA. This is one of their elite controllers, and it is absolutely gorgeous. It's got like it's kind of like a brassy gold. The pedals on it and the detail on it, it feels amazing. It's this gorgeous white. So that's one of my favorites personally in hand.
All right, so I think this will be probably the last one, or close to the last. This is the Scuff series controller that just came out. So we got it, I don't know, it's probably been a month that we've had this one.
That's the one that has the switchable plates on it.
And
so
I thought I'd show those.
But I showed them earlier.
Oh, you did?
I did.
You totally did it.
Sorry.
All right, so that's one plate, and then basically it's just magnetic. It's super cool.
This one's my favorite, the cherry blossom.
I don't know if I can get it on camera, but you just snap. They have magnets on the back, and they just pop on and off. So Shannon bought like 4 or 5 of.
I couldn't decide, so I just started getting all these different ones. You love their Fusion controller.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, that is a good one. Absolutely.
Yep. And so this is
we have the Fusion controller, don't we?
Yeah, we do. They have a Fusion 2. They've got a 2 now that's a newer one than what you showed there, but it looks much the same. So the
gotta buy them all. Yes, you do.
Yeah.
I have that problem. When I get on their website,
This is my favorite controller to play with, like Halo. So I love the Elite Series.
That's a big statement when you have.
Yeah, I love the. Well, I'm not great. I'm not a good player, but the Elite Series 2 is great. I like that you can change the throw of the pad, the triggers. But this one has so much so that it's like there's hardly any movement. It's just barely enough to. There's a tiny bit of movement to actually activate. So super short throw for first-person shooters. Love this controller. It is my favorite for Halo. I still love the Elite Series 2, but this is my favorite one to play with. So anyway, I think that's we probably
there's a lot more. We tried to just skip through, and the ones that had a fun story with them, we thought we would share with you. So
yep.
Yeah.
I will maybe just wrapping it up. So we are the GeekMade folks that make the controller holders. And, we've been big gamers forever, maybe not great gamers, but big gamers. We make the holders, and this is our most popular. And this actually just became designed for Xbox.
Oh, yeah, we just got this licensed last week, but we don't have it up on social yet. But those of you here, you get to hear it. So these are now designed, these are now licensed Xbox products. So we just wanted to add some value and a little bit more legitimacy to what we do so that you guys understand, we really love what we do, we love what we make, and we want to give you guys that value as well so that you, that your investment is worth it. So we felt that was a good way to go with this. So this is now licensed.
Yep.
So
it's pretty fun.
Yep.
You may see we made a slight change about 6 months ago. We used to have two little magnets. Funny thing is,
are we allowed to talk about why we made that change?
Well, some of these, the polarity differs from very rarely, but every once in a while the magnets are swapped. So when you put it on, it would kind of float. And so we had some come back that we had to change the magnets. Mm-hmm. So we ended up putting a plate, which polarity doesn't really matter. And I actually
just
like
a little steel plate. I actually think it holds in a little bit better than the originals.
Yep.
And then it helps guarantee that no matter what. So the way it used to work was with those little magnets. I checked by hand every single one, and then I would log and keep track of every order that I checked by hand. I would check it off so that I could sleep at night knowing that I had checked it. Because it would break my heart if someone would contact me and say that the polarity was off and it was floating and that charging block wasn't sitting down.
One of our first was from Australia.
Yeah, it was
they had
Australia.
to ship it back from Australia. We covered the cost. It was not fun.
So it's so great now that we can just use that steel plate, and we think that's a much better solution. It'll help you guys better, and I actually kind of like the look of it a little bit better too.
Yep, ditto. All right, so maybe we'll we'll answer maybe a few questions, only if we like them. I'm kidding. If you have questions, we'll answer them. I don't know how many people are on, but we always like to answer any questions that come up. I don't think we have any more controllers, but...
No. Do you think you could get a license for PlayStation? I would love to. The community of Xbox is a little bit different than the community for PlayStation, and I'm not saying one is good and one is bad. I'm just saying that... Sorry. I'm going to scratch those. That it's a little bit trickier for us to get into the PlayStation community. The Xbox community has been a little easier for us. I can't tell you why. Maybe Garen probably has his theories, but we were able to connect with the Xbox community pretty early on and start working with those teams, and they were very open to working. Because here at GeekMade, it's really just
They said you're beautiful.
The two of us. Oh, I like you too. Thank you. It's really just the two of us. And so we are just doing our best. And we work 7 days a week right now trying to get you guys the products that you're ordering, the products that you want. We have ridiculously high standards. And we're super busy. And Xbox, but you know, it's just us two. So we're super small. And somehow Xbox saw value in us, and we are so grateful for that, and we've got a relationship going with them. PlayStation, we just haven't been able to find anyone there who has that contact, you know, who understands maybe our value or sees the value that we can bring them. So right now we will continue to support them the best way that we can, but it's not an official relationship. But we still love them, and we still love to provide products for PlayStation.
Yeah, and we, you know, the Xbox team actually, we were talking to them about getting controllers early to test for the Elite Series 2, and they asked us if we wanted to look at being a partner, and we, like, you know, we're a small little mom and pop, we kind of laugh, we're like, there's no way, and they said, no, let's talk. So, I mean, we're super flattered, and we love those guys over there, we have some really good friends there. Yeah. We have a few contacts at Microsoft or at PlayStation. We've reached out. We haven't been able to really get in touch with anybody there. Some of the game studios, we have a good relationship with them. We have some folks at Ben's Studio and a few others that, you know, we chat with on social and whatnot. And so you never know. Maybe we're working on holder stands for the PS5, much like we have for the Series SX.
Like a trifecta, but for the PlayStation, not the Xbox. But I was also going to say that we do have some great relationships with, like we were saying earlier, PowerA and some additional like third-party companies, and they have official relationships with PlayStation and Nintendo, and so. We hope to just keep up those relationships, and then who knows what can happen in the future. So, and again, anyone who's joining right now, we were just opening it up for questions. We kind of just went through a slew of our controllers and what the stories of a lot of our controllers were, and then someone just asked a question about, hold on, let's see if we can find it. Go back, right there. Is that for you, babe?
We made a dock for the standard series controllers that utilize the USB-C for the standard. So one thing we've talked about, I don't know that it would really require, let's grab this guy. So if I just, sorry, we're kind of on the spot. This is actually my son's, the design lab. The design lab. I haven't made me one of those yet. But so you can see here the way that the controller sits on there. With the port, one of the things we've talked about is having an option to put a hole right here that a cable could come up through. So it
could just drop right down through there.
Yeah, and you know, you could pull the cable out and plug it in, but that's about all that we would be able to really do there. So, you know, maybe at some point we do a prototype and see if people like it. I guess let us know your thoughts if that's kind of what you're thinking about.
We have a lot of times when people have ideas, they'll send us like sketches, and when I say sketches, like pencil on a napkin, they'll send us a little email and send us their ideas, and who knows, we've had some of your ideas come back and actually be something that we make that works really well. So if you ever have ideas, we'd love to hear them. We can't always, you know, it doesn't always work, but we love to hear those. So yeah.
Upside down Xbox control. We actually made one of those. I think I got rid of the prototype when we did the. We did. Scuff, I think it was Scuff. Yeah, we did make one that sat upside down just to show the bottom.
Show the bottom of it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. We did.
Yeah, it's always possible, but it was kind of weird. I don't know.
I don't think most people. I think at least my belief would be that most people are looking to show off their controllers like, beautiful on top, and not as much the underneath side. So, but who knows, right? Things can change. They're always weird.
Yeah, so definitely, those are things kind of what we typically do when new ideas come. I'll do a 3D model, render it, post it on social, kind of gauge interest level, and then go from there.
And if you're joining, we're just wondering if you've got any questions, and we'll probably wrap up here pretty soon, but if you've got any questions for us, and again, you can always jump onto our website, and I'm the one that answers 99% of the questions if you go through our Contact Us on our page, or you can email us at geeks@geekmadedesigns.com. If you DM us on our social, it's a little harder for us to get to you. We get really inundated, and a lot of it isn't things that need to be replied to. A lot of it is just kind of some spammy or sponsor me or send me free stuff. So it's a little tricky for us to respond to all of those, but we do our best.
Blue-eyed. I think that's Blue-eyed Beth.
No, is that?
Is that Blue-eyed Beth?
Yeah.
Blue-eyed, hey, how are you? Long time.
Yeah,
Been
long time. Any other questions that we can answer for you guys? We'll let you get your Friday night back. You can go play with your controllers. Go jump on a game. We are doing well. Thank you so much. We were just showing everyone our controller collection. We thought it would be a fun night to show the controllers and show the stories.
It's probably been about 30 minutes, but we'll probably post it. We'll post it, so I'm sure somebody will want to watch the whole 30 minutes of it. Yeah.
Well, thank you. Take care of yourself. We love seeing you guys. Yep. Have a great weekend.
Yep. Thanks for joining. We had a fun time kind of geeking out, showing our little collection. Maybe we'll do headsets someday. That will be a much faster one. It's just a few minutes.
A few seconds.
Yeah. All right. Well, you guys have a great one. Enjoy gaming.
Thanks so much.
See you later. Bye.